Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be something a bit different. We're not going to be reviewing or working on the Track 86 today. We're actually going to be talking about my daily driver. So this is obviously the first car I actually purchased. So with this car, it's a 2018 Honda Civic Hatchback Sport, might I say. It comes with a 1.5 liter turbo that usually comes in the Civic SIs, but with a little less horsepower. Stock is only running 180. Currently have about a little over 20,000 miles on it. But let's start off with the mod list. So starting off, I do have this honeycomb grill that I purchased on Amazon. Also got these hella horns. Also kind of exterior, we have our exposed engine intercooler, which I cut off the plastic mesh that's right there. Also got rid of my fake vents and added an actual metal mesh, custom made by me. Also IG if anyone wants to follow. And to finish off the front, we have our BM spec front splitter, which actually they don't make products anymore, which was a shame. I actually had to buy this off of someone on Instagram, and that cost a pretty good amount. All right, moving to the wheels. So we are lowered on BC Racing coilovers. Got these clear side markers. So the wheels are Enki TM7s, which are 18 by 9.5, with some Netto NT 555 G2s, which are a 265/35. It is an aggressive fit. I actually had to roll the front and the rear. Probably went a little bit too much on the rolling, but made it fit. We also have, if you can see inside, EBC yellow stuff brake pads and brake rotors. Moving on to the back, we also have our vents right here, custom made. We have our replica roof spoiler and also our duckbill spoiler, which I got those both also on Amazon. And to finish off, we have our Gretty SP or Supreme catback exhaust. All right, now that we talked about the exterior, let's start with the interior. It's not really much, it's about maybe like two things. So, well, actually three things. I do have this 4-star Dragon Ball shift knob, which my sister graciously got me for my birthday. But we have an Acuity short shifter, which is really nice and crisp. For those who purchase the product, very nice. For those who haven't driven this, it is a bit stiff. Some people have complained about driving my car that it's just too hard to get into gear. But since it is my daily, I'm used to it. And also hidden down here, this car is tuned by Honda. And I am running the +9 PSI tune, which pushes my car up to about 210. Haven't really downloaded it, but according to the gauges that are on my phone, it's running about 210, maybe more. It feels like more. All right, let's start with the good stuff. All right, forgive me if it is a bit dirty. I just tracked the car, don't really clean on the inside. But let's start off. One of the most obvious things, we have our Cusco strut bar. Very nice. Just there is a little liner up here that actually scratched it, so I just got rid of that, you know, don't need it. Second biggest thing, we have our engine intake. Didn't really want just an open short ram, and didn't want a cold air that brings it right down to the fender well, because I did get rid of my fender liner. You can see my tire right through there. So this was the best solution at the time. I'll probably switch this out later for probably 271, but it's good for now. Secondly, you can see our engine intercooler piping that connects to our front intercooler. Moving on, I do have an aftermarket blow-off valve, but this blow-off valve just makes it really nice. Actually, my fuel economy goes down because I just want to hear it so often. All right, moving on. I do have a Mishimoto Oil Catch Can. That thing puts in work, let me tell you. If anyone's tracking their car and doesn't have a catch can, get it. It's not even that expensive, and honestly it's probably saving my car. But yeah, purchase that oil catch can. All right, moving on. I also have a, you can't really see, a 271 catless downpipe and front pipe, and all that attaches to our Greddy Supreme catback exhaust. Moving down to the front, I was talking about my hella horns, but we have a MAP oil cooler in there, if you can see that in black, and also our coil rad radiator with PRL radiator hoses. Last time I tracked in the summer, it was 105 at the track, and this car, yes, it overheated, but you just did a couple of cool down laps and you were fine. This honestly thought I was gonna blow something, but no, this car handled it like a champ. Did all these cooling mods, worked out. So obviously connecting to the engine is your transmission, and this is where I believe most of my money went to. So I have a Clutch Masters FX 350 clutch and lightweight flywheel. That's so we can hold the power that I was making on the plus 9 PSI tune, but that clutch is for what's gonna come in the future, bigger turbo. But continuing with our clutch and flywheel, I also added our limited slip differential, because these cars, even though it's basically, you know, a Civic Si, came with an open diff. So I actually ended up getting a M Factory limited slip differential. Got that installed from Ghostworks up in Fontana. Huge shout out to them. If anyone has a Honda and needs some transmission work, go up there, they'll hook you up. Can't really see, but moving on to suspension work, we have Eibach front sway bar, and we have Torque Solutions rear motor mount, just to prevent the engine from moving back and forth under power. And moving on to the back, which is most of the work, we have Trueheart camera arms and tow arms. And actually I had to end up upgrading to a white line heavy duty rear sway bar, because the rear sway bar from Eibach was just too thin, not putting in the work I wanted on track. I believe it was like a either 19 or 22 millimeter rear sway bar. This with white line is a 26, and honestly this car can oversteer on track, which is amazing for a front wheel drive car. I'm so glad. This is tuned exactly how I want it. It's perfect on the track. The only thing letting me down is, I believe, it's my driving that's letting me down, but also tires. So we already did the whole engine bay walkthrough, our front, wheels, tires, suspension, interior. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I actually probably spent close to 15,000 on this car, even though it's a daily. I wanted to make it look clean at first when I bought it back in 2018. How should I say this? So for Christmas we had a Secret Santa where someone actually bought me like a track day experience where I had to ride along with a professional at Willow Springs. And since that day, I'm just addicted to the track, you know? It was so fun being on track. Like, yeah, you can make a car look nice, whatever, but to make it perform is just something else, you know? So after that, that's when I started buying suspension parts, even though I didn't know exactly what it was gonna be. Got camber and tow arms, sway bars, motor mount, tracked it, went off a little bit, but learned. After that, all cooling mods and supporting mods, just to make this car reliable for the track, and did great. Then we got upgraded clutch and the diff, which is my biggest thing. I got a diff for this car, so it's basically a poor man's Civic Si, but with the hatch. So, and then our last track day, which was about, I want to say 2-3 weeks ago, didn't really do nothing to the car, just wanted to do like more seat time, get better. I crushed my PR by 3 seconds, and I beat the goal that I wanted by a second and a half. And that just blows my mind. Like, you can make a fast car, but like, just enjoying the car as it is and driving it is probably like the best feeling ever. But so now that I did beat my PR and I got a minute 33.4 on track, the next mod I want to do to this car, since I basically did everything, is eventually I do want to get better tires. It's a 300 tread wear tire. It's a good summer tire. It's good daily, but it's not good for the track. It'll hold up, but after like a lap or two, you just start sliding like crazy. So eventually I do want to get a grippier tire, but not until obviously these wear down, because they just have so much tread left. I feel like it would be a waste to buy tires. But the next mod that I eventually want to do for this car is the bigger turbo. I did every supporting mod possible before I buy this turbo. I have better intercooler piping. I have radiator hoses, oil cooler, catch can. I have everything I need to make this turbo work. And now I just need the turbo. So this was, like I said in the beginning of this video, this is the first car I actually purchased. And I could have bought that turbo, you know? But I felt like I should enjoy the car for what it is right now. And I ended up buying the Scion FRS. Saw a good deal for it, ended up getting it. And yes, it would be fun having a turbo on this car, going just fast on the street and on track. But it's just a different feeling of having another car and having your friend just drive it. It's, I don't know, like I haven't driven the FRS on track, but it's just amazing to see someone else driving, having fun on it, you know? Basically, I just love having now a track buddy with me. I used to go by myself all the time. You know, it was fun, but it's just seeing you and a friend on track at the same time is just, you know, you can't put price on it. It's just amazing. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of my rant. Hope you guys like the Civic. Eventually I do want to make content on this, and like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna try to release some more FRS videos down the line. Maybe a Honda video if I end up buying other mods, maybe the turbo. But yeah, tune into the next video. Is probably gonna be our track day from December. All right, guys, have a good day. Peace. All right, guys, I couldn't just end the video right there. I gotta see if I can get a pull over here. Oh, the sun is blinding.